Liverpool fan in Japan.
Hello YouTube, Liverpool fan in Japan here, the Miyazaki man Sai. Alrighty, the big encounter is upon us this weekend on Sunday. It's a big late kickoff for myself, so unfortunately I can't live stream it. I'll be watching along in the Discord with all of your live chat updates, so thank you so much, especially to Frank, Moby Shoes, Kim, Jose, Remarkable Smell, Tim, Ecast, and everyone else for the beautiful chat along in the Discord. Like, seriously, it's so fun. My man, Mighty Mike, never gonna forget you, my lad. Becky, Red for Life too. Everyone is free. Come join. Make sure you join it. We talk Liverpool 24/7. And this particular video is going to go in depth into the different tactical formations, the different personnel, the key attributes, the key strategies on this particular encounter against Manchester City. And you won't want to miss it because we'll go in depth in the game winning conditions for Liverpool, as well as Arne Slot's Red Men, as well as Pep Guardiola's Blues. Before we do, you know me, I love my Liverpool kit. So I've got one here prepared later on to open. But I'm going to give an announcement, a special announcement to all of the members who are supporting the Liverpool Fan in Japan channel. So you know, over the past year, I've been opening Liverpool merch and kit every single video. And some of the vintage stuff is top notch. I love the Warrior kits especially. But for the members only, I'm going to be putting up 100 of my kits for you guys to see, to share the love. And if there's any that you guys are interested in, then I'm going to allow you guys to purchase them directly. And these are kits collected from the last 20 years. So I'll put them online, especially for the members, and give you an exclusive link to check them out. So this is my gift to you guys, because there's only so much kit one man can wear. I'm sure you guys would love it too. So keep your eyes peeled for that one coming very, very soon. And subscribe if you haven't already. If you're new to this channel, this is a channel with substance in abundance.
The cream of the crop!
And let's get into the potential lineups for this match. Liverpool versus Man City at Anfield. Who will Arne Slot choose? Will be Lucho Diaz? Will be Cody Gakpo? Who will be in the number 10? Will be Szoboszlai. Is Harvey Elliott? He's not ready to start. But Szoboszlai and McAllister are probably going to be rotated, because Curtis Jones is pretty much nailed on, right? Right? And will Konate make it? He was hobbling out of the match. Hopefully he hasn't done himself too much harm. But he hasn't been ruled out completely, unlike Conor Bradley. So Trent Alexander-Arnold comes straight in, or does he? Does Joe Gomez come in? Now, he pocketed Erling Haaland in an early encounter as well. So it'll be very, very interesting to see. But on the Manchester City side, it'll be very, very difficult to predict what exactly will happen, because Ake, Gvardiol, left back, who starts in the centre? Will he play with defensive 2 pivot? Will he go more exciting and put Gundogan as a single pivot and 2 attacking midfielders in midfield? Who will play on the wings? Will we Grealish, Savinho, Doku may not make it as well? Or we surprise everyone by putting De Bruyne out there or Foden out there as well. So let's get into the tactics. And as I said already, this is the best community by far, the best channel. I'm going to give you all a big melty kiss. No, really, I am. The best seasonal chocolates in Japan, melty kiss. I don't know why they only do these like 1 or 2 months of the whole year. This is better than Ghana. This is better than Dars. This is the best chocolate in the world. I've had Swiss chocolate, Belgian chocolate. This is the good stuff right here. Strawberry flavor and original chocolate melty kiss. Okay, let me know in the comments below the score. Predict the score, okay? Everyone who gets the score correct in this matchup, either way, you'll be in a surprise draw next week. Whoever gets the score correct in that draw, pick one winner, and you can choose between strawberry or chocolate. If you get the score and the lineup as well correct, the lineup for Liverpool and the score, then you'll be in a wheel for the big pack of Melty Kiss. See? I always deliver, like the mailman. Delivering my kit as usual. Okay, let's get into the tactics. So who will we pick? My predictions for who we pick. I got the Real Madrid lineup correct. I got the Liverpool lineup correct. Queeve Kelleher comes straight in as well. I don't think Alisson Becker's fit for this. The first choice, Trent Alexander-Arnold or Joe Gomez. A surprise. Now, who are Man City going to play on the left? Will be Savinho, will be Foden, Doku. Perhaps not, but I think Trent comes in because Arne Slot said he was fit. You listen to Trent. Van Dijk is instantly on the team sheet as well. Tsimikas is probably out for a while. No idea on his return. So Robertson comes in as well. Where else can we slot the players that we know? You see what I did there? Special gravy, Gravenberch in straight away. Now, I think you can probably presume that Curtis Jonesy comes in as well. We know Salah will start. Likely Nunez will start. Now, he could throw a curveball. Could it be the Lucho Diaz striker and Gakpo on the left? No, you would absolutely destroy Nunez's confidence in that regard. But who knows? Strange things have happened. But Arne Slot is textbook by the book. Okay, so we have one slot there and one slot there. If Gomez comes in the right here, that's obviously Quansah straight away. In the absence of Gomez on the right, he's trusted Gomez before Quansah. Now, he started with Quansah at the start of the season, so he definitely rates the kid. Jerome Quansah will have his time as well. He signed a new long-term contract. But I think historically, Gomez matches up well with Haaland. Now, here's something that everyone may not know about Gomez Maldini. He's the physically strongest player in the squad, according to Gakpo at least. Joey G, Gomez Maldini, seen it, done it all. Million caps for Italy, played for some of the greatest Milan teams next to Baresi. Gomez is the one, I would say. Jerome Quansah has the attributes for here, but high-profile mistakes. You don't want anything in that kind of vein. I'd much rather trust him in the cup games and to bring him on rotationally. Gomez for the big occasion, title-winning partnership, Van Dijk and Joe Gomez. He's got pace, he's got physicality, he's got defensive awareness as well. And he's built a good relationship with Trent. I trust that, especially if Trent needs to go forward a bit. Gomez in channel is good. Szoboszlai. Okay, Szoboszlai or McAllister. That's so funny now that Jones and Gravenberch, who would have thought that last season, hey? Jones and Gravenberch first choice, and it's between Szoboszlai and McAllister for that last spot. Potentially Harvey Elliott as well, but no. Could Wataru Endo come in? Wataru Endo coming in to shackle De Bruyne, but depends where De Bruyne plays, to be honest, right? You've got Foden as well in there. I'd love Endo to play because he really, really dominated that Man City midfield last season. This image is iconic, right? Szoboszlai, what can he do? 10, pressing in a 6th position. Now, their 6 hasn't got Rodri, so you don't need to press Rodri, but you do need to press Gundogan. Will Matheus Nunes play? No, it'll be Gundogan, but it also could be Rico Lewis at the base of the midfield as well, but he could also play either fullback. So Szoboszlai could press and harass and show physicality and power and pace in the middle, or the silkiness and control of McAllister. Now, they will be chasing shallows with McAllister. McAllister's got a bit of bite in him, Argentinian fiery snapping at the heels. Szoboszlai is a more intense presser. He's much faster than McAllister. I think you start with McAllister because this was the midfield that absolutely dominated and trounced Real Madrid. They did not even get a kick in. The old maestro Modric didn't get a kick in. Camavinga tried his best to mark Jones, couldn't get a kick in. Jones marked out Bellingham. Now, it's all thanks to Jones's defensive ability these days and Gravenberch's athleticism covering the lines as well. And he snaps in. His statistics are pretty good defensively. I think De Bruyne can be covered by this, especially because he's aging and he's injury prone as well. Foden, hot and cold. Hope he has a cold day as well. Not like cold Palmer, chili Palmer, right? Chili con carne. I miss that as well. It's tasty. Bit of kick, put cumin in there, a bit of spice. Delightful. And left winger. Now, this is a hard one, right? Kyle Walker is aging. He's aging and he's vulnerable. But he's vulnerable to skills and to pace. Pace, power, and physicality. He's not going to stop Gakpo. Gakpo could whack one right in his nads, well deserved, as well, and run amok. Gakpo's trusted in big games and he's scoring, but he's actually pretty effective off the bench. Did you see that? Gakpo header right where the ball came from Robbo. Short corner routine, and he nailed it past Courtois. We dominated Real Madrid. We battered them 2-0. Well deserved. But Lucho Diaz ran amok against Walker and Rodri last season. He's got the techers. And the most important thing is Lucho Diaz can bring the ball in from this position. He can start deep and Jones can go here. Jones can go out wide to allow Lucho Diaz this kind of space here. This kind of pocket has been super effective. He's almost playing a traditional left of the diamond kind of role in that regard. Where's the right of the diamond? It's Trent here. Gomez covers. Van Dijk, where have we seen this? This is almost a box formation, except when Robertson starts here, because going around the outside, sure, why not? You're crossing into Van Dijk and Gomez, two of our best defensive headers of the ball, right? So Robertson starts here and can cover the wing-back role. Jonesy offers the width, and Lucho Diaz has been driving here and playing it across to Salah on laterals. And when Salah gets in this position, he's been absolutely manic on form. Absolute panic stations for the enemy. Panic at the disco. All that jazz, right? Yes. Nunez. I like Panic at the Disco, by the way. That was really, really interesting band. High voice. Brendan. Good voice. Good man. Yes. Not Brendan Rodgers. Nunez is the agent of chaos running the channels, but he also drives. He actually does play somewhat false nine, total striker mode, because on occasion, when he goes into the pocket here, Lucho Diaz is the one that goes forward. He underlaps Lucho Diaz, he picks up the ball and he drives and progresses us as well. For example, when Salah nicked the ball off Mbappe, gave it to Nunez, the 1, Nunez gave it back to Salah, the 2, Salah gave it through to Nunez, the 3, and he shot against Courtois harder and lower, and it would have been a goal. So the good thing about this team is tactical flexibility. We have so many options available for the fact that Van Dijk has shown a penchant for going forward as well. Gravenberch gives him that space. Lucho Diaz and Jones can work this area of the pitch magnificently because they are both ballers, they're both press resistant, they're so good with the ball at their feet as well. And Nunez is so selfless and connecting everything and making things work. The connection between Nunez and Salah is almost telepathic for the fact that they always put the ball in front of Nunez and in front of Salah, so they're facing forward and they've got so much pace and technical awareness. And my goodness, have you seen Nunez's passing range this season? It's almost 100% completion when he goes from left to right, or right to left, or through ball. Nunez is actually really underrated in terms of being a total footballer. He's not just a quick pace merchant with physicality. He has technical ability in abundance as well. Substance in abundance. Nunez, the Liverpool team, and this channel. Yeah, so I think we go with this formation and it will be Jones and McAllister sitting in the pocket with Gravenberch here. But I think on many an occasion, Gravenberch and McAllister will sit slightly deeper to allow Salah in the pocket here. You'll almost have this kind of power cube Shaqiri. Trent, he won't bomb up and down unless the occasion demands for it, because defensively he's got to be aware and got to be solid as well. We'll keep things tight. Robertson will tuck in. Robertson isn't the best wide defender these days. I hope Robertson doesn't make a dodgy tackle in this area again. Oh, I've had enough of those for 2 weeks, yeah. But all good. I trust Robertson. He's captain, leadership material, our steady Eddie. What was Rio Ferdinand doing touching Van Dijk's boots? He isn't fit to lace those boots, touching, getting his grimy hands on all of our kit. He saw Robertson's shoes. Steady Eddie. No need for anything on the boots. Nice blacked out boots. Very, very good. Solid. I think you almost let the base play. Keep it defensively solid. Make sure nothing can penetrate this across this line here. You cube it in for the fact that Haaland will be absolutely coming from out to in. He'll make this kind of run from here, in between here, out and around, okay? Got to keep Haaland away from danger. They're going to target Trent as they always do. But Gomez Maldini can cover that back line. They're giving Trent the option of the wing back role. Now, he's defensively solid, Trent, right? He's actually on the defensive line and playing from this position. He is the secondary playmaker. He's not the initial playmaker nowadays. We keep him in defensive shape for when we need that line-breaking through ball down to Salah, out wide or over the top, in and behind their centre-back and full-back, for a Darwin Nunez as well. Trent has that option, but for now, you leave the playmaking to Gravenberch to break the lines, and McAllister as well. McAllister very nicely is able to play the laterals and both sides of the 8, which means you give Gravenberch the free run, the free reign to go here. What that allows you to do is Gravenberch goes high, McAllister goes in the pivot. If you can't hit the ball to Salah or to Nunez, you can break the line breaking ball to Gravenberch, and Gravenberch in this position is unstoppable. He's got those dancing feet, those jiggly feet, that Jigglypuff. He looks like Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff. Digressing just a little bit. I love Pokemon still. So there's so much ballers and technical ability and technical attributes. You trust Jones to pick up the ball and even allow Gravenberch to be the free man in and around as well to break the lines if you need a bit of dribbling ability. But have you seen Jones's acceleration off the ball? That footwork, the Trivela, the roulette spin, the Zidane spin, the Cruyff turn. He's got a bit of, actually, Nunez Cruyff turn Bellingham as well. I love to see it. All those little nuances that you see within the game. This is so tactically flexible that all 3 players can play in all 3 positions. And when you press, right, to get this on the outside of your area, actually it's probably more McAllister than a Gravenberch there. When you press in and behind as well, Van Dijk on a Haaland, Gomez on a Haaland, maybe not Trent so much, Robertson either. He's not as quick, but you know, they have the direct route to goal. You run this way probably. But Gomez on the perpendicular, on the laterals, they can probably catch a Haaland or De Bruyne or Foden running through as well. They've got to make sure they snuff out the space where De Bruyne plays, right? This arcing ball that De Bruyne plays. Jones will be tasked with that. Gravenberch will be the first man on cover. McAllister probably has his hands full on the spare man or on Gundogan as well, depending on who plays. Nunez will have a chance because Man City will always give you a chance in and behind if you play the extra ball before getting your man in, whether it's on the perpendicular and he can come in and shoot himself or play it back or play it out. Nunez will have a selfless, big effort to make sure that leading runs give the space to our prominent playmakers, but so much threat. Lucho Diaz is always a threat, but in between the goalposts, especially if we pick him out on the perpendiculars, Lucho Diaz has shown that he can open scoring and do really, really well in any capacity. So I think Liverpool are well set up to dominate this game. It could be Cody Gakpo. It could be Szoboszlai. I wouldn't be surprised for Szoboszlai because that intensive power off the ball and running and persistence and constant threat, because he will literally overpower the midfield alongside Gravenberch, right? A Gundogan at this age will not keep up with a running Gravenberch or a running Szoboszlai. It'll definitely be up to Rico Lewis, most likely Matheus Nunes, maybe. I don't know. Is Matheus Nunes injured? Bernardo Silva has techers. He might start central midfield, but he hasn't got the legs either. We have so many options. We have Witado Endo, the closer. When it's Endo time, the game is mighty fine. The points are in the bag. Let's see what Manchester City will do to try to counteract Liverpool's play, shall we? Okay, so let's reset the board. Now, while I'm setting up City, make sure you smash a like on this video. It really helps me beat the YouTube algorithm. Let's get the views to at least 2K. YouTube really puts a lot of emphasis on the likes on a video, how long you watch a video from beginning to end, and also comments as well, right? And commenting other people's comments in terms of replies. The more you can do, the quicker the channel grows. So Domo Arigatou gozaimasu, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I think Manchester City will kind of start in a 4-3-3 formation as well. We know Edison is in goal. A few players, who can we pen in here? Kyle Walker will most likely play as well. I think Diaz comes in. Ruben Dias, defensively solid, but I wouldn't be surprised that it's a toss-up between Akanji and Diaz. Akanji is actually a mighty fine player. Now, who starts this particular game? Will be Ake or Akanji or Gvardiol even. Very, very hard to pinpoint Man City's particular ploys. And did you see how Arne Slot was almost baiting them in the pre-match press conference to say to Guardiola, always comes up with new ideas, comes up with fascinating things. Nowadays in modern tactics, it's hard to see new systems, new functions, but if anyone can do it, Guardiola can do it. He's almost baiting Guardiola to tinker and put Haaland left back, for example. Oh, I kid. Yes, so Akanji, but Akanji can also play defensive midfield and he can play wide as well. It could be Ake, it will be Gvardiol. Gvardiol has made mistake after mistake, but he's a big profile player, an expensive player. Do they go for that solidarity? It's hard to drop Gvardiol, but do they go with Ake out here? It's so tough to pick. I think Akanji has to play for his consistency. Ake's solid and reliable, but doesn't always match up well against Mo Salah. Gvardiol's had some stinkers in the last few weeks, even though he's a top-notch player. I'm tempted to put Ake in the middle there and put Gvardiol out left. You start this way. But I wouldn't be surprised to see him go with Ake. Even in the base of midfield, it could be Ake there and Akanji here. It could be Rico Lewis on the left. It could be Rico Lewis on the base. Gundogan hasn't got the legs, but they're going to need to hold the ball. They're going to need to hold the ball away at Anfield. So I think Gundogan comes in. Okay. And who next to Gundogan? Will it be De Bruyne deep? Will it be Rico Lewis? Will they put Bernardo Silva in the midfield? Very tough. Does he go with extra central midfielders, Foden and Bernardo Silva on the whips? Does he go with Grealish? Does he go with Savinho? I think Bernardo Silva or Rico Lewis is this position. Now, I'm going to put Bernardo Silva here temporarily, and we may rejig this because I think you need big game temperament and character around you, okay? So De Bruyne comes in, Gundogan and Bernardo Silva. Now, this isn't the fastest midfield, but it has a lot of technicality, a lot of ball-keeping skills. It seems as though opposition are trying to keep the ball against Liverpool, frustrate Liverpool. Don't let Liverpool dominate, because Arne Slot's Liverpool is full of domination, okay? And they want to get their foot in and dominate as well. They are pretty rugged, but they haven't got the most physicality. They're aging, but they have technical ability, leadership, and mindset. So I'm going to go with that as the outlook right now. We know Erling Haaland is going to go up front, unless something very, very bizarre happens. I think they've got to have some pace on the counter to break as well. Who do they put? Grealish isn't really trusted. But against Trent Alexander-Arnold, you're going to want someone to run at him consistently. You don't want a technical dribbler who Trent Alexander could catch up with. So I think they go with Grealish to try to really pen back Trent Alexander-Arnold. And where does that leave Foden? Phil Foden, will he turn it on? He could be on the bench, He's a Marmite player for Guardiola. Sometimes he plays him every game. Sometimes he doesn't play him all season. Savinho for the pace against Robertson, right? Robertson hasn't been dealing with the direct running and pace for a while now. Now you look at this. This is a little bit direct. Grealish will want to go into Haaland's space, set him up. Haaland will be running diagonals as well. Running diagonals off the last man, running those diagonals, coming from out to in and running on the inside as well. Savinho will look to go around the outside, but play on the pocket as well. They're going to look to get De Bruyne into this section here. Now, Curtis Jones has to be the covering man for De Bruyne here. I don't want to see any deliciously bent shots from De Bruyne or scorchers from De Bruyne or sipped through balls from De Bruyne or anything from De Bruyne. I just don't want De Bruyne to influence the game. Savinho will be hot and cold. He's not really trying to test in the Premier League, but Guardiola loves his output and options, and Robertson has to keep tight to him or keep him on the outside, because VVD can cover for him, but then who will be covering for Haaland, right? VVD and Gomez will have their hands full with Haaland. I still hope Konate makes it, but if he's injured, it is what it is. Bernardo Silva will be operating between the lines, but he'll probably be picking up the ball deep as well, similar to Gundogan. Now, Bernardo Silva and Gundogan will be able to rotate the ball. Gvardiol likes to get ahead, but I don't think he'll cross the halfway line too much for the fact that Mo Salah operating in this space has to be closed and has to be seen, and Gvardiol has a mistake in him, and if he turns over the ball, Salah's shooting behind Gvardiol, or Trent Alexander-Arnold is pushing or overlapping ahead of Gvardiol, or Maka will play in and around that man as well. So Gvardiol on that line. Bernardo Silva will be in the Ronaldo role, facilitating play. He hates Liverpool so much, by the way. And picking up in these kind of areas, he'll pop thereabouts, overlap with Grealish. The fact Bernardo Silva can play out wide as well is a bit of an annoyance, but he's very, very good technically. But obviously he's in that kind of Bruno Fernandes role. Gundogan, I don't think, will exert himself too much physically. He'll sit, he'll hold position. Akanji and Diaz will step alongside him. On occasion, it could be Gundogan and Akanji ahead of Diaz in this kind of position, holding here, and it'll be a kind of staggered formmation with Gvardiol holding the line here. Walker offering the outlet. I don't think Walker will go too high either because his attacking output isn't all that. But he'll play close to Savinho and try to mark out Lucho Diaz. They will keep things tight and hope for the break. Hope for Haaland on the break. Hope for Grealish between the lines, getting him in and around the area so he can directly dribble at Trent in and outside as well. Around the outside, he's actually a threat as well, pulling the ball back with square balls. He's not the greatest crosser, but running direct to the byline and square balls across is dangerous. So it's De Bruyne here, one of their win conditions. Getting someone close enough to Haaland to slip him in either side and him beating, Kelleher from the angle, or Grealish penned up against Trent Alexander-Arnold, especially if he stands him up. But you remember that 8 degrees of angle turn by Trent Alexander-Arnold gives him the slot pose, and in the slot pose he's indestructible. So very, very interesting to see how they will line up. Let's remove some of these lines for now. Haaland is the obvious threat. They're going to funnel everything through Haaland as well. We're going to make sure the long shots, the pot shots from Foden or De Bruyne don't really have a chance of beating Queeve Kelleher. He's pretty decent as a shot stopper. He might have some other shortcomings in terms of leadership or command of the area or dominance in the air against Alisson, but as a shot stopper, Queeve is fantastic as well. Especially reactionary shot stopping. What else could they line up with? Okay, how different does it look with Ake? How different does it look with Rico Lewis? Now, let's say, for example, Rico Lewis is in the base. If Rico Lewis is in the base, right, he's going to operate in between the lines in this area, but he's not going to be going too far forward. In which case, Gundogan is the one that's going to connect the lines, and De Bruyne will be more of a 10. It could be more of a 4-2-3-1. Another prospect is Foden coming in from the whips as well, in which case they're going to play double tens, and they're going to really rely on Walker holding the channel here, Haaland running the whips, really pulling people out wide, even though he doesn't want to be out wide because he's still got a left-footed shot across. But Foden will be operating between the lines as well and trying to break into the box, trying to be the underlapping runner to get a shot away into the box. He's actually got a powerful shot for such a skinny guy. Grealish, very, very direct as well. But in absence of Grealish, it could be Doku, who we know is very, very direct, obviously with a kung fu kick on McAllister's chest. Could it be De Bruyne out wide? No, his wing days are behind him and he's injury prone nowadays, so he will be in a central position. They have to play De Bruyne, big game player. They have to play Haaland as well. He's a main goal scorer. Could it be Bernardo Silva out wide? Now, if they go with Bernardo Silva out wide, it means as though it's going to be a tight knit front three. They're going to interchange and hope that Haaland can make something. They don't play with too much width anyway. The width is offered by the people to to stretch the opposition, not particularly to run in and behind in this kind of system here. So it could Rico Lewis and Kanji can swap positions, by the way. This is the strength of their squad, is a lot of players are very versatile and interchangeable. Rico Lewis will be holding, Gundogan will be recycling the ball, Foden out wide, Walker round, you go outside again. They might get De Bruyne in around the outside and looking to whip it in on the edge of the area, work the space for the shot himself. Bernardo Silva working between the lines. They've got so much tactical flexibility with these silky 10s and playmakers who can always play on the wing or go out wide themselves, even though they don't particularly enjoy it. But De Bruyne's delivery is one of the key aspects that we got to keep an eye on. Curtis Jones is going to need to track him. Robertson is going to keep an eye on him. McAllister as well. Gravenberch on occasion, depending where he roams. Don't let Foden beat the man. Pretty much, we have to win our battle in and around the 6 area. Okay, in and around the 6 area will be congested by their playmakers. We have to win that. Van Dijk stepping up, Gomez stepping up as well. Keep the offside line high because Haaland can be caught offside as well. Is a good counter weapon, but you got to get it right. The whole team's got to be on the same page. That's why that square works so nicely, because even if the 10 breaks the first line of 6, then you have the second line, and Haaland's got to stay onside as well. So very, very wary of what they're looking to do. I think Liverpool will win this game. We are on form, decisively better in terms of the form line and recent results. We have the personnel, we have the power in midfield. We have more goal threats. Can you believe it? We have more of a goal threat in Salah, in Luis Diaz, in Gakpo. We don't even have Jota, right? We don't even have Alisson Becker for the surprise header. But we have all of that power. We have Endo as a closer as well. Kelleher behind them. Trent Alexander-Arnold's delivery. Maka, Gravenberch, Curtis Jones. Technical dream team right there. Mo Salah is the big game player. I've captained him for this weekend as well in my fantasy football. I'm a little bit tempted by João Pedro and Brighton, but I think Salah's a man for the occasion. He missed a penalty. He's going to, against Real Madrid, he's going to want to put the record right again. He's the man for the occasion. He wants to give the interview after the game as well to say how Liverpool need to offer him that contract after he scored a hat-trick. So my official prediction... Actually, I was going to say 2-0. I'm actually a little bit tempted to say 3-1. 3-1 here. Because Man City, a wounded animal, will come to score a goal, will come with attacking intent, will come to keep the ball. But sometimes they do nullify each other out, trying to play keep ball, trying to outsmart the opposition. And Slots mentioned his respect for Pep Guardiola time after time again. So, what am I feeling? I'm feeling a shutout here. 2-0. I go with 2-0. 2-0. Mo Salah and Darwin Nunez. Or Lucho Diaz. I want Nunez to score, but I think more likely Lucho Diaz. Diaz will get one and Salah will get one. There you go. Salah and Diaz, 2-0. There we go. My official prediction. Let me know your prediction in the comments below. As I said, for the Melty Kiss chocolate. And if you get the Liverpool formation right and you get the scoreline right, you'll be in the draw for the big Melty Kiss, the finest chocolates in the land of the rising sun. Number 1, Ichiban, Minasan. That means you guys are the best. So... yeah, there we go. There's the tactics. So as I said, I absolutely love my merch. I've got one right here to open. This arrived the other day. Let's see what we got here. It's rather thin and skinny, so it must be a shirt. I'm assuming it's a shirt. And it's red. It is Garuda Indonesia. Garuda Indonesia. Small size, so it's going to be a tight fit. Okay, this looks like the kits that they wore off the airport, off the aeroplane. These are the training polos, nice and smart off the kit. Let's whip this on. Alrighty, dressed to impress. Garuda Indonesia, representing the Asians out there. I see you, international community. This is why this is the best Liverpool international community worldwide. Everyone, minasan daisuki. Yo means I love you guys. You guys are the best right now. All the kits will be going available to the members. Let me know in the comments below if there's any particular kit that you're after, and I'm sure it's in my collection. And when I've got it all up and running, if the price suits, then please pick it up. Be my guest. And Liverpool membership is the best way to support the channel. As you know, YouTube doesn't pay shiz. It's like £3 to £5 per 1,000 views, right? You do the maths. 10 times below minimum wage. Can't even afford 15 chicken nuggets. Or good. By joining the member section, it's only $2.50 a month or something thereabouts. You get exclusive access to Wataru Endo's vlog translated or Japanese content translated. I've got loads of other books as well. Ritsu Dewan, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Paul Merson. I found it in the bargain bin for £1. But yeah, I'll give my uncensored raw thoughts on Rory Jennings. Silla Football, Mark Goldbridge, and lots of other content creators coming up as well. So make sure to check out all the perks. And you guys will help shape the channel as well, because there's an exclusive Liverpool Fan in Japan lounge in the free Discord as well, where you guys can basically tell me the formats and what you'd like to see in upcoming videos. So this has been a great year so far. Let's get to 8,000 subs. That would be amazing. And I did say a one and done when we get to 100 Liverpool Fan in Japan members. I'm going to make an exclusive goodie to commemorate the situation. And with your exclusive members number as well, grab a shirt number in the Discord for all your members. When we've got 100 in there, I'll commission that goodie and send it out to you guys as a thank you for supporting the channel. And speaking of supporting the channel, anyone in the Liverpool Fan in Japan member tier or above in the YouTube membership, I'm commissioning a beautiful, beautiful Liverpool art piece right now. And I put it in an exclusive Christmas card, sending your way with a personal message from myself, handwritten, because I know each and every one of you by name. And I love to put name to a face as well. So if you want to share a picture in the Discord, be my guest. And here's to a fantastic new year. Liverpool are on top on merit. We have Arne Slot, who's the cream of the crop. And this weekend, I'm actually taking Ato, little mushroom boy, for the first time in his Liverpool kit back to Tokyo since he came for the first time to Japan during lockdown. Panda. And let's have a fantastic December. Batter Man City, go away to Newcastle, do them in as well. Darwin Nunez double, I'll take it any day into the new year, where all the rivals may stare as Liverpool lift the Premier League and the Champions League. Why not? Until next time, Jan, peace.
Liverpool fan in Japan.